Hello everybody and welcome back. So here I am just doing one of these easy missions. As you can see, this is chasing the white whale and I'm doing beta. And I seem to be doing pretty well. I did try to do beta for the squid and that didn't go all that great. So we're not gonna be quite ready for that, but I figured I would try this one, and this one is pretty easy. But we are almost done, and then we are gonna move on to some other missions that I wanna try to get through. And I'm still trying to figure out, trying to come up with a way to take care of some other stuff. But this is gonna be all a process. First, I'm gonna try to take these guys out. Oh, I can take two shots here at the same time. That's good. And we'll probably just have to go after the other two sausages after we're done here. I want to save the whale for last. There's really no particular reason. I just don't want to go too far out. Or I don't want to let these guys go too far out. Because as you can see, they're pretty spaced out. And what I like about this is that the whale is going to keep on coming after me anyway. So I figured if I go after a sausage, I'll automatically be kicking the white whale's butt. So, like I said, two birds with one stone. But yeah, like I said, this whale is not all that bad. The squid, man, that was a whole different story. And since the whale does bring you way up here towards the top of towards the surface, it's not so bad. Where, if I remember correctly, that squid, that was something else. Man, look how far this one went. Sheesh. I can't tell if that white whale got reset or not. But even if it did, it's fine. We got so much time. We still have over 19 minutes. Oh, where'd it go? What? Am I still hitting it? What? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Man, how did it move that fast? They move so slow. Ooh, I saw the platform. So we're really close to the platform where you raise the manta. And you know what? I was thinking I can probably just go ahead and do that too. Try to do the alpha. I haven't done that. But you know, it's just racing. As long as the game doesn't glitch out too much, I think I can do it, but I'm not really sure. But I think it's worth a try anyway. Come on. I'm gonna have to go straight at it. There we go. Now I don't think it's gonna move, but you still never know. Can you imagine how long this is gonna take for the alpha? Holy smokes. But I'm wondering if we can probably bring down, I would say like a turtle. And if we put like turrets on it, I haven't tried it, so I don't know if you can even do that. Since it creates that supposed bubble. Alright, we're almost done with this. If it gives me a saddle for the basal, that would be pretty nice. It would make things a lot easier on us, that's for sure. Come on, just a little bit more. So I was looking at the last video that I made, and I saw some of the comments there. There weren't that many comments, so it was pretty easy to look at that. And but I had forgotten that I had mentioned the whole thing about the flat Earth, and that is pretty funny. Because I mean, do I think it's a flat Earth? No, but I still can't discount the people that you know, that look at stuff like that, because I can't prove it. Everything we know right now, I mean, I don't think it's flat. And even when I was on a ship down in the Pacific, you could tell. I mean, you couldn't see any land once you got further and further. You could see the really tall buildings, especially in San Francisco. I remember seeing that, and as we moved away, they were getting smaller. All you could see was the top of them. So I do remember that. So do I think it's flat? No, I don't think it's flat. But I can't really, you know, talk trash to them, because there is so much stuff we don't know. Like, what do you guys think about like other planets? Do you really think that this is the only planet that's inhabited? You know, that's a good question. And we really don't know. As we know, most of the stuff that we see from NASA, it's all been modified, so, or for the most part. So who knows? Now, like I said, there's some things that we do know, and it doesn't matter how many times, you know, like the governments will deny it. There's still things that, as hard as they try, still ain't gonna happen. We still know what's really going on. But, you know, with this whole thing, this whole virus nonsense, what do you guys think about it? Personally, I think it's pretty weak. I don't think it's all that, but like what they're trying to make it sound like. It's this horrible thing. And I've been keeping an eye on all the different, like, you know, the different ways that people are basically passing, and but everything seems to be going to this virus that the media is pushing out for whatever reason. And of course, we could really get into all this nonsense, but you know, that's all it is nonsense. Although right now it seems like the sky is falling. It's just a matter of, what do you guys really believe? Do you guys really see what's really going on, or do you believe what they're feeding us? That's the question. Because I do believe that it's gonna come a time where we are gonna see probably something we don't like, and I don't know if it's gonna be too late for people to do anything about it, but we'll see. That always makes for an interesting conversation. Man, look at all this stuff I got. A lot of this stuff I don't even need. And as as we get more rich, because as you guys can see, I do have a couple of things that are kind of good. Well, really one, just that saddle, that Ascendant saddle. But some of this other stuff I can use. Alright guys, so here we are, and we are getting ready for the real thing here. The Wave Ray Alpha. So now let's see how you can do this. It would be nice if I could do it on the first run, but I'm not promising anything. And if I see that we're heading into trouble, so I'm just gonna go ahead and restart it right away. I don't want to spend too much time on here, just because we got lots and lots to do. We still got a whole lot of game to play. And see, look, I'm having a little jumpy here and there. So hopefully it won't shift me too much, because then that'll mess up my really good run so far. I think I need to be at 36 here. Yep, 136. So we're doing good. Oh crap. I don't know. It looks like I totally missed that. But you know, I am pretty optimistic, so let's keep on going. I don't know that it would have made that much of a difference, but we'll see. We're about to find out how close we can do this, and actually it'll give me a pretty good... Oh, I almost... Oh, see? That's what I'm talking about. That's over. Restart. Well, that sucked. That was terrible. All right, so let me think here. What the heck could I have done differently there? I am thinking that I'm gonna have to, because I went out to the right. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to go slightly more to the left, because I see it's hard for me to tell, because we weren't even there and it put me to the right. So that's man, if that keeps on happening, we're gonna have a little troubles. But here we go. Take two, guys. Take two. I'm gonna try to adjust a little bit. Even on the one boost circle that we missed, I'm gonna try to get it this time. It's just these little things that we gotta analyze where we went wrong. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna try to get to that boost at 136. Actually, yeah, nope, 136 it was. Okay, right here, we're gonna turn left and then quickly to the right. All right, that was pretty nice. That worked out pretty good. And that we were at 122 there. All right, so there we go. So far, so good. Here we go. Oh, okay, beautiful. That's where we went wrong. So I was trying to push it to the left. I don't know why, but I felt like it was trying to push me to the right, but it worked out. So now let's hope that the rest of the run is good. Come on. We got 45 seconds left. So now I know if we... Oh, crap. If we do screw up, right here as we land this at 34 seconds. Because even if we miss it, I'm thinking it's going to be by like a second or two. So we got to look and see where we can shave off a little bit of time. So I'm gonna try to, if it's turning to the right, I'm gonna try to stick to the right as far as possible. But of course, when you're going this fast, it's a little tough right here. A little, oh, see, it's still kind of tweaking. Oh man, 5 seconds, 4. Come on, beautiful. See, that's what I'm talking about. Man, I'm telling you, we are on a pretty good roll. Whee! That made me pretty happy. Because that, guys, that was alpha. Well, Capros. Man, that sucks. 2 really good saddles, but both for capros. And I don't even think I'm gonna have any capros. But now that we have this done, I think I'm gonna go and do something else. Because like I said, we are on a roll right now. I'm just gonna keep one of these probably, just because I will end up, well, in case I do get a nice capro, because you never know, you know, there's some really nice colors out there. So if I find something that's really cool, then we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, that's our way home right there. Oh, okay, I see it. There's our little island. Yeah, guys, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if I do get a capro, it's too bad that I can't destroy this, that I can't grind it. Because, yeah, I know we can get a grinder off of one of those little loot crates that you can buy. But that's nor here nor there. We might be able to use that later. When we end up going to the other maps. Oh, what's going on over here? Looks like that little turtle needs a little help. Let me see if there's anything worth taking. Nope, worth taming. Nothing worth taming there, so let's just go ahead and kill these guys. Because, you know, you never know. They might end up coming a little closer to my other little sausages, and I just don't want these guys to mess with my sausages. So guys, what do you guys think of this whole queue thing? That seems to be going around quite a bit too. That came out of like nowhere, right? What can I say, guys? I've been bored, to be honest with you. And I've been looking into all kinds of stuff. Plus, it seems like there's this big fight between all these politicians. And once upon a time, I used to be pretty much on top of all this stuff back when I was still, before I retired. I was all up into this stuff, so I knew everything that was going on. But now it's like, you know, I spend a lot of time just having fun. But some of these states, they're kind of going crazy, especially, you know, with all the restrictions. And then you see all these people running around with these masks, which I think that's actually kind of bad, because whenever people do get sick, they're not going to be able to handle, or their bodies are not going to be able to handle the sickness very well, because they're not allowing their bodies to take in all the microbes or whatever the heck we breathe in every single day, which is basically the code that you know, the body needs to be able to figure out how to fight it. So there's that. And so far nobody says anything to me. I've been running around, you know, without a mask, just because, like I said, it's actually kind of worse for you. But consult your doctor. Although, actually, I don't know if you can even do that, because right now you really don't know who to trust, because you see some doctors, and I know that, you know, some doctors are getting kickbacks and things like that. And then there's this whole thing about that ABC putting on a show. There's someone that I know that's over in New York, that is a nurse. And yeah, there's all kinds of interesting things going on right now. So I'm just glad I'm not there, to be honest. Alright guys, so that's enough of that crap. Let's concentrate on trying to save this world, right? Because I don't know, I'm thinking that if I can ascend here, I might be able to ascend in the real world too. So we just gotta figure out how to do it. So first we'll do it here. Once we get the secret on how to do it, then we can try it on in this crazy world. So I do have all this stuff. I can put all this stuff away. I have so much of this stuff. I'm talking, look at that. So I'm not even worried about bringing them out first and putting them back in. So even if I lose one when I initially pull them out, it doesn't matter because we have so much stuff in there. Perfect. All right, so now that everything is where it should be, pretty much, and I need a couple of more pieces so we can go into the Arctic. But now we can go and try another mission. So like, that's gonna be 3 missions in this episode. Let's see, which one would be a good one to do? Some of these we could probably do the beta, but I want to make sure I complete. Oh, look at this. Man, I thought I had already done locked and loaded. The crap. I don't think I'm ready for this one. Well, this one's with the, I think it's with the little dolphin, right? So I'm not gonna mess with that. But I thought I had done this one, but maybe not. All right, so I guess this one's good. I think, so we just have, what, 2 more that we gotta do that are gamma. And of course, let's not forget, we still gotta do mortar. But I wanna try to do both the gamma and the betas. So that way when we get to the final boss, we can do both. Or at least I wanna be as close as possible to doing both. But if I can I guess if I can bypass the beta, I will. I just don't know what the difference is between beta and alpha when it comes to the boss, so we shall see. But if it's anything like the missions, oh man, because the differences are just crazy. All right, so I think we're nice and light. And I think Pinky is okay on her health, especially for gamma. I mean, what's the big deal? Let me see, should I take a Lazarus Chowder? Let me see where, okay, here we go. Got plenty of them, so we should be good to go there. All right. There we go. And like I said, man, right now I am trying to get some decent saddles for if I can get decent saddles for the sausages, I'll just go with the stinking sausages. We'll see where we're at. I know I can beat the gamma with just my sausages, but I don't know that I could take on the beta. Let me check these guys. But see, like I said, the problem is the saddle situation. That's gonna be an issue. And the way these guys operate, they're kind of a little bit on the slow side. But I also gotta work on getting some more of these guys raised. I'm not all that worried about working on the mutations because, like I said before, since we are under single stats, that kind of takes care of that. So now we're ready to go and do this lock and loaded, and then I'll probably save the other one for the next episode, so we can do the last gamma before we do the modder, that is. But I also need to get started on getting some of those spiders, because I feel like we are way behind. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dude, I was just here. I was here with that whale. I can't believe they give you a whole hour for this. That's insane.
There's game nearby. Time for a hunt.
Alright, let's do this. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. Man, I should have waited until it was dark, because then you can see these things really nicely, but that's alright. What the crap? That must have been, what was it? What the heck was that? Was that an eel or something? I just didn't want to bother with it, but... See, why can't it be like this on the bog, right? Because that is, you always have to wait. And I noticed that here in the water, I mean, everything's already there waiting for you. So by the time you get to the last one. And we should do a quick workout of this guy, because look at that, 4,000. That is a lot. Dude, that was it? That was quick. Yeah, this was gonna be sweet. Nice and easy. So what do you guys think, where do you guys think this game is going? I mean, I know that a lot of people are like pretty much sick of it, tired of it. I think I've mentioned before, I like this map, but I mean, it's definitely, the game itself is not what it used to be. That's for sure. And especially with official, right guys? That is pretty bad. And I was thinking, well, what could they have done differently? You know, because especially like PvE, it was just a matter of time before they got too full with dinos and stuff. And I noticed that a lot of PvPers ended up going to PvE because they were tired of getting destroyed on PvP. And next thing you know, pretty much any server, like the server that we were at, like every like corner was taken. It was insane. And then of course the dinos, the lag, everything was so bad. And so I decided, well, you know, let's check it out now, because of course now there's the whole cryopod system. And so when I ended up going in, oh, look at that. Is that like a real squid or is that an alpha squid? Oh, that's an alpha. It's like, alright, I'll have to come back for that later, some other time. But at least we know where he's at. Alright, biggin, come on. So anyways, oh, yeah, really? Man. wonder what level this guy is. Come on, show me the little tail so I can get going. I don't wanna destroy that thing if it's a good one. So get to it. Man, what the heck was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I ended up going to this other server because I thought, yeah, you know, let's see if there's anything interesting going on, or you know, maybe I can try a little something. But what ended up happening is I went in, and at first I was like, wow, it's so empty and it's so nice. And so I started running, and all of a sudden, as I was running, I hit a wall, an invisible wall, and all of a sudden the wall appeared, like a big piece of it, and it was all in tech. And so I was like, oh, all right, so clearly it's loading in, but it took a long time because then I would take off running, trying to go around it, and then the wall would appear there. And yeah, as it turned out, I was under this massive building. The building was massive. And so luckily though, they did have a door, and they had signs that said basically, you know, exit here or exit this way. And so I was just following that. And finally, when I got out, I wanted to start my run, but even my run I couldn't do because yeah, there was these massive bases everywhere. It just took a while for everything to come up. It was pretty crazy, and I was like, wow, this sucks. And when I went in, there was only probably like 4 people in there. So I thought it was pretty empty, and I was like, oh, I think you know, this is, I mean, it was a fairly newer server. But apparently people ended up moving on over there. And but yeah. And so I realized then, there's no the old days ain't coming back of the way things used to be. Man, that dude died quick. And that's all she wrote, guys. That's all she wrote. See, that was so nice and easy. But of course it was Gamma, so it's not like I was expecting to get some really good stuff, so it's no big deal. And 100, I'm gonna be 101, so we got 4 more to go. Good stuff. But yeah, guys, I do miss playing on official PvE. And I was thinking that I could, you know, get something going, so that way some of you guys, you know, could come in and we could go and do, you know, fun things. But that's not the way it worked out. And not only that, when I went to the new map, to the Genesis servers, and there wasn't much there, and I already talked about it in a different episode, how everything was lagging so much that I couldn't even do the racing because it would kick me out. And I was doing pretty good, actually. I was the Capro racing one, and I was doing really well. And then all of a sudden everything got stuck. And so I was running still, but the markers were not turning blue, or they weren't lighting up. So then I was like, uh-oh. What's going on here? So at first I thought it was the server, but no, I had already gotten kicked from the server. And I tried it a couple more times, and that still didn't work. But back to my original question is, what could they have done differently? Now my take on it is they could have done seasons. Although I know that people would have been pretty pissed off because, you know, you spend so much time doing all this stuff that it would suck, you know, to have all these cool dinos and then everything to get wiped. But I think at the very least on the PvP side they should do seasons. because people are constantly, going in. It's more or less like the MTS servers. That's why the MTS servers are so popular, I think. And even I had a blast. I just I don't know what it is. I did go into one of them with a couple of guys. But we just didn't mesh well. They had ideas because they had done it before, and it didn't work out so well. We kept on getting destroyed over and over, and so we couldn't get situated because people would come by, and then we would get into it. We would put on a good fight, but it wouldn't work out. Things just kept on going wrong, usually it was we would log out, we would log back in, and even though you had that little protection, people would still mess everything up. And I was like, man, because it takes a lot more to bring stuff down because everything is stronger whenever you're offline. But I guess some people still thought it was worth it. And so we ended up going to a different server. But that didn't work out either because people are already set up. And so we were initially going to go once the season got restarted, but that never happened. Real life got in the way, guys. Just like these past few weeks, real life keeps on getting in the way. Just trying to get toilet paper. Well, the toilet paper thing is good to go now, but there for a little bit I was a little concerned. I was like, man, we're gonna end up running out of toilet paper. I'm gonna have to go and install some bidets in our house. But I didn't. I had a pretty bad experience with a bidet when I was in Japan, and that kind of freaked me out. But it's a funny story. A funny story that I'm not gonna tell you. Just saying. It was pretty funny, but it was kind of embarrassing at the same time. So let's just leave it at that. But anyways, well, we got 3 things done here, and we talked about, or I talked about just a bunch of nonsense, and all in all, I think it was a pretty good day, a pretty good episode. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it here. If I could do that many missions in each of the episodes, that would be nice, but some of them take a lot longer than others. But this time I was on a roll, and I still gotta do the dolphin one because the ones that where you race, I like to do those because the alpha versions are still pretty easy to do. You just have to do good runs, but it's still pretty fun unless you get stuck doing it over and over. But so far we've gotten lucky. But anyways, that's it for me, guys. So until next time, keep surviving.